Hello, good day, everyone. This is Forex with me live. Today, I'm excited to share with you another strategy which is very, very good and easy for you guys to take trades. And once you can follow my description or my explanation here, you're going to make a good and profitable trade. So, what is this trade all about? It's all about looking at moving average crosses to enter your buy and sell. And as you can see on my screen here, you can see different positions where you can actually take your buys and sells. So, and as you can see, how the moving average are strictly close to each other to you know form our signals. So these, never mind, these are the other lines I drew to get some of my bearings and some of my points to take trades. And which means is that which means that either you use this indicator on itself, or you use it coupled with other indicator, or using the normal smart money concept, the ICT concept, the trend line, supply and demand trading, or looking at patterns and taking trades based on that. Every of other concepts or idea you might ever have, you can also use this as your final confirmation to enter the trade. So, what is this all about? This is all about the moving average crosses. And without no wasting of our time, let's get into it. So, when are we buying and when are we selling? And at what time frame? Now, this can be good in 5 minutes. It gives you an early entry, but in 5 minutes, many times you have a lot of false signals, a lot of choppy markets that you need to, consider before you enter trades. Now, on 15 minutes, you can easily look out for Asian, London, and New York session or breakouts and trade them. So what am I saying is in this is that you can see around this portion, this is the Asian section, and when the London section comes in around this period, you can see how the market broke down, and it ranges around this London session close to the New York. At the New York session, it also break up back. So these are the things you can see explicitly in 15 minutes, and it also help to determine good trades. So let's go into the setup and let's see what is really so for buy trade or for sell trade, as the case may be. Now this is a sell trade here. What am I looking at in a sell trade? I'm going to be looking at the green moving average crossing the blue moving average and the red. So once the green moving average crosses the blue and the red, I can take my trade to the downside, which is a sell. And when am I closing my entry? I'm closing my entry once the moving average green crosses the blue. That's the signal to tell me that now we need to close the trade. Now, and for a buy trade, is easier to see as well. You can see immediately the market crosses the blue and the red moving average, then we see a buy signal around this point from this candle to this candle. Then we take our trades, and you can see, boom, what the trade is talking about. I actually took this trade and came out of profit around this point 22.85 thereabout. So now that is that about that. So let's back test and see some of the goodies of this strategy. As you can see from here as well, the green moving average crosses both the blue and red. Then we have our buy signal here, and here as well we have the green moving average crosses the blue and the red. Then we have our sell signals here. Now sometimes it will break out like it is here. It breaks out, but the blue the green moving average did not cross the red. It almost, but as the market draws back, it what it changes direction. So what does this mean? It means that if you are going if you take this trade from here, and at the cross here you close out, probably yes, at the cross here you close out. That's, you see that the market is going, and as it comes back in here to cross the blue, you can enter again, and you have your perfect entry until it crosses again around here. So you can see that you have a very good opportunity to enter trade twice in this kind of scenario. So let's look at the other one here as well. And never don't forget, we have much volumes in this market. That is why it's possible. Here you are meant to close around this particular, you know, candle, and after that the market came back around this place. Exactly, this is where you should take your trade at this point. Then stop losses at the back of or at the previous low. Then you can see what the market does. It went up, and when you're closing your market, it's going to be around this candle here. So as easy as that, as easy as that. The market also gave us a momentum here. We got three candles as stretch and it came back down. This is a losing trade anyways, but it's this is a losing trade anyway. This is a losing trade here, but what want to say is that out of the signals I've shown you so far, this is the only losing trade we have. This is the only losing trade we have. And here we also have the time to buy here as well as it crosses, and boom, we are moving to the upside. Now we can also close around this point, waiting for an upside. Then you take another trade from this point, then you can close again around this point. So why do I need to share or explain this? There is no time, somehow in the market, you will not want to have some drawdowns. But if you are very consistent with your trading plan and your trading rules, you will make the best out of the market. So let's look at here. Here I took a line. I want to go to the place I drew some of the trend lines here. So here I took a line. I want to pull it down so that so I took a line around this point. These are trend lines that showed me that market is actually going upward. Then as market are breaking is breaking the trend line, there is another display of trend line coming from the previous high here. That's the one. That is where the you know the range is resting on, which actually approves some of the buys in this market as the market pulls to the upside. So here is the place I took my trade around this point. As the market crosses here, it shows a buy signal, but the market still ranges a few before it moves to the upside. And as it is now, you can see this is our close around here. You enter again around here, you make it up to the upside. But around this place, these are ranges because it neither moves higher than the previous high or lower than the previous low. So because of that idea and understanding, I was able to remain skeptical around this point until the market breaks higher than the previous high here, which is also a confirmation from the indicator or the moving average, which actually took me to the upside. So, what am I trying to say is that if you are someone who loves to trade with trend line, is very good. This is also an area of resistance here, which I drew, or a supply zone. This is my demand zone, a place where market rested to retraces back to the upside. So, and this is my supply zone around here. So at this particular point, I'm looking at for an opportunity where market is going to break out. And as the red crosses after those zones I drew, I took my trade, at the cross I closed out, and that is what has been happening here so far. These were my previous trades anyway. All right, so as the case may be, let's look at you know, other indicators or other pairs. Now let's look at the Bitcoin here. It's a very good one around this point. You can see as the market breaks the um the blue and the red moving average, we have a good sell point. Then we close around this point where the market actually closes. In fact, it closes the two moving average at once. Yeah, which shoot us for a buy trade. And after that, it broke it for a sell trade. And in this point now, at this particular point, this is a losing trade, probably because you are anticipating a buy trade and probably your stop loss is around somewhere around below the previous low here. But if a market drops like this, I don't think I will wait for it to reach my stop loss before I actually, take out my trade or close my trade. So as soon as the market also crosses here, I take my entry and see how much it's going to take me. So even if I lose at the initial, I'm also gaining here, which is also a bright one. And here another confirmation came up to buy, and here another confirmation for sell. So what am I trying to say in essence is that without no further ado, this indicator is very good for trades. So let's go to the setup quickly. What's the setup? The setup is just to remove now average. The first one is 21 linear weight, and close. Just check the settings, screenshot it, and add it to your chart. The second one is 8 moving average, but this time is exponential, not linear. The first one was linear, but this is exponential. Then I change it to green. Then the third one is 21 simple. As you can see, this moving average are taken from different calculations. It's not EMA all true. It is not simple all true. Neither is it linear all true. It came from three different, speculations, and from there we're able to get our good and right, signals to take. So, having done this, you can trade this with RSI. Let me just add RSI and see how it's going to look like. So, if I add RSI, for instance, let me look for RSI. Yeah, this is it. For instance, this RSI 10. Let me just say if I add an RSI to it for double confirmation, look at something here. So once the market breaks, once the green breaks here, the RSI is already below 50 or whatever setup you want to use. Here I use 55 and 45. So then I take my trade and I close at when the market crosses the blue, moving average. At the RSI also it's the 50 level or 45 level here, as the case may be. So that's that about that. You can also use many other indicators. Even some of my indicators are also available for you to use. And if you want to use it with your ICT, SME, and whatever concept you have learned so far, I the ICT and SMC, the smart money concept, and the ICT, whatever, or the supply and demand, concept, or the support and resistance concept. If you want to use it, it's perfect for it. So feel free to subscribe. Feel free to come to my Telegram channel, ask your question, demand for our settings. We have a lot of setup that are profitable that we teach, and also we have a group where we teach people, and we also give informations about our signals and about what is going on currently in the market as we trade. So if you like to join the group, you can come to my DM and also do a lot of that. So I'm going to see you soon. Thank you and take care.